morning everyone, this is Parveen. Today we are on the fourth session of class 8 geography, chapter 3, that is biotic resources. In our last 3 sessions we have seen that what is natural vegetation. Natural vegetation is something means that plants which has been growing without any human effort. Okay, that is called as natural vegetation. Then we have seen that natural vegetation can be divided into 3, that is forest, grasslands and shrubs. In our last session we have completed with the different types of forests which we have, with the characteristics and natural vegetation and wildlife those forests has. Okay, once again I am repeating myself. We are having 6 different types of forests under natural vegetation, that is tropical evergreen forest, tropical deciduous forest, tropical temperate evergreen forest, Mediterranean forest, coniferous forest and temperate deciduous forest. These are the 6 different types of forests which we have under natural vegetation, which we have seen in our last session. Now in this session we are going to see more 2 different natural vegetation after forest, that is grasslands and shrubs. Now first we will start with the grassland. Now when we talk about grasslands, like forest, we say that forests are the area, extensive area covered totally with tall trees. Now when we talk about grasslands, grasslands are the regions of the world covered with thick and green grass. Grasslands are the areas which is our land which is covered with thick green grasses, and those areas are called as grassland. Now when we talk about grasslands, grasslands can be divided into 2. Temperate grassland and tropical grassland. Now temperate grassland, it has different names in different areas. You can see in your textbook. Okay, in your textbook one table was there which shows you that in different areas this grassland, this temperate grassland has different names. Okay, so you can refer your textbook this topic. It has different names in North America, Central Asia, Russia, Australia, South Africa. In these areas, these temperate grasslands are there, and different areas have different names for these temperate grasslands. Now when we talk about characteristics of grassland, they are also known as granaries of the world. Why they are called as granaries of the world? Because it has all over the green grasses, are thick and tall green grasses. That is why it is also known as granaries of the world, temperate grasslands. And you can find that over there people, in those grasslands, people grow maize and wheat. Maize and wheat are grown mostly in temperate grasslands. Now when we talk about natural vegetation which we can find in grasslands, are temperate grasslands are highly green and nutritious grass are there. Okay, you can say that the grassland, the temperate grassland has a very healthy grasses, a very nutritious grasses which is very healthy and nutritious for the cattle farming, we can say, or animal rearing. And the sea or the grasses which found in the temperate grassland is also known as sea grass, or it is also known as sea of grasses, because these grasslands have a variety of thick and green grasses. That is why it is called as sea of grass. Now the second one is tropical grassland. Now tropical grassland can be found in Tanzania, Zimbabwe, Kenya, Brazil, Australia and Deccan Plateaus in India. In Africa it is known as savanna grassland. In Africa, tropical grassland is known as savanna grasslands. Understand? And when we talk about the characteristics of these grassland can be found in the region where they have a moderate rainfall and not much hot climate, and it is suitable for dairy farming. Tropical grasslands are very suitable for dairy farming, that means animal husbandry, animal rearing, and for dairy farming these grasslands are very suitable because they can provide a good food to the food to the animals. Okay, good food to the birds, or you can say for dairy farming or dairy product farming. Now when we talk about the natural vegetation of tropical grassland have tall and thick grasses, and you can find zebra, elephant, deer and leopard in this grassland, tropical grassland. And in temperate grassland you can find bison, wild buffaloes and antelopes are there. These animals are there in the temperate grasslands, and zebra, elephant, deer and leopard can be found in the tropical grassland. So I hope you have understood about the tropical grassland and forest. Now the last natural vegetation is shrubs. Now what are shrubs? Shrubs are woody plant trees or you can say that these are the trees which has a woody plants. They are not very tall, but they are not very small. That means they are having an average height, which is called as shrubs. Okay. And when we talk about the shrubs, there are two different kinds of shrub areas. That is desert vegetation and tundra region. Okay, desert vegetation means there are different deserts in the different places of the world where we can found desert vegetation, like Sahara and Kalahari in Africa, Atacama desert in Chile, Thar desert in India, Arabian desert in Gulf countries. Understand? These are the deserts where we can find shrubs, which is called as desert vegetation. Now, when we talk about the characteristics of desert vegetation, they can be found mostly in the western margin continents. Okay, you can find desert vegetation only in the western continents or western margin continents. This desert vegetation can be grow in the area where high temperature was there and low rainfall was there. That is, the trees are not very tall and not very green. Okay, and it has a strong roots. Their roots are very strong. They have thorny surface and wax coated leaves, you can say, because the temperature is very much high. That is why the leaves are wax coated and thorny surfaces are there, and the roots are very strong because of the sun rays. Okay. Then when we talk about the natural vegetation, thorny bushes, cacti, date can be found in desert vegetations, and hyena, fox, jackal, lizard, snake can be found in this particular desert vegetation. Now the second vegetation is tundra region. Opposite to the desert vegetation, there are certain regions which are highly cold regions where snowfalls were there, and those regions are having a tundra shrubs, or you can say those regions are having a shrubs which is known as tundra region. Like you can say North America was there, and then you can say Paris, and you can say US, you can say England, where there is a heavy snowfall, Australia where there is a heavy snowfall. In this heavy snowfall, there are certain trees which are not very tall and which are not very less. They are having an average height. So they are called as tundra vegetation or tundra regions. Okay, and these vegetations are having these vegetations can be grow in a very cold climate. They are always covered with the snowfall. These vegetations or these plants are always covered with snowfall. You can say that you can find many different kinds of animals: snow foxes, Arctic owl, musk oxen, or you can say walrus, sea or polar bear. These are the animals which you can found in tundra region. Or the plants are there which has a very broad leaves. Okay, and the plants are always covered with snow. So over here I have finished with the different types of natural vegetation, that is forest, grasslands and shrubs. So I hope you understood this particular topic. And in our next session, we are going to see that how we can conserve this natural vegetation and what is the importance of natural vegetation in human life. Till then, thank you.